What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel, where in today's video we will be analyzing Ahsoka Tano's decision to walk away from the Jedi Order. In this video, we will cover the events that led to Ahsoka's choice and ultimately try to determine what Ahsoka's status is from that point forward as she tries to figure out her place in the galaxy. It all starts in the heat of the Clone Wars, when Anakin and Ahsoka are instructed by Master Yoda to return to the Jedi Temple as soon as possible. Upon their arrival, the Jedi Council informs them that the temple was bombed from the inside, and that the two of them have been chosen to lead the investigation since they were off-world at the time of the attack, and thus they can provide an unbiased perspective, as anybody who has access to the temple is considered a suspect, even the Jedi. And it doesn't take long for them to uncover what happened, or at least part of what happened. In short order, Anakin and his apprentice learned that a foreman who worked within the temple had unknowingly been fed microscopic explosive devices known as nanodroids. He was fed these droids by his wife, Letta, consequently making the foreman himself the bomb, which would then be triggered when he was working within the temple. Letta would admit this reality to Anakin and Ahsoka, and then she would be arrested. But as we would come to find out shortly after, their investigation had only scratched the surface of a much larger plot to exploit and terrorize the Jedi Order. The woman who fed the nanodroids to her husband requests to speak with Ahsoka shortly after she is imprisoned, and it is here that Letta explains that while she was guilty, it was a Jedi who persuaded her to do what she'd done. But as she is about to reveal that Jedi's name, she is suddenly raised into the air and choked to death. Security footage would show that Ahsoka was the only one in the prison cell with Letta, indicating that the Jedi padawan had murdered the prisoner to claim revenge for what she had done to the Jedi Order. Anakin, of course, does not believe that Ahsoka would have done what she's been accused of, and so he helps her to escape. But this only makes things look worse for Ahsoka, as whoever had really killed Letta also killed numerous clones within the facility, making Ahsoka look even more guilty as she tries to flee the scene. Everywhere she turns, there's clones laying on the ground, and because she is the only one who has had access to the secure facility outside of the clones themselves, it becomes obvious to just about everyone that Ahsoka is guilty. She is being framed, but at present, there is no evidence to support her innocence outside of her reputation, which would tell those close to her that there's no way she could have done this. Nonetheless, she must be captured. And so while he still believes she is innocent, General Anakin Skywalker orders an all-hands-on-deck effort to catch his apprentice, who is chased deep into the underworld of Coruscant. Eventually, Ahsoka is lured in by the Jedi who was behind the temple bombings, captured by the clones, and then brought back to the Jedi Temple by Anakin and Plo Koon. Upon her return, Admiral Tarkin pushes for a quick trial, requesting on behalf of the Senate that Ahsoka Tano be expelled from the Jedi Order so that she can be given what he deems to be an unbiased trial before the Senate. The Council is resistant to this idea, feeling that they need to stand with Ahsoka until they know the truth, but the evidence does seem clear, and the pressure from the Senate cannot be held off forever. And so the Council decides to take a vote on the Jedi Padawan's fate. While they would not be in total agreement on the matter, the Council would vote that Ahsoka be expelled from the Jedi Order, stripping her of her Padawan rank and of all privileges she had possessed as a member of the Grand Army of the Republic. It is not known for certain which Council members voted in Ahsoka's favor, but it stands to reason that Obi-Wan likely voted in her defense given their relationship. There has also been speculation that Yoda and Plo Koon likely voted in her favor as well, as Plo Koon had a strong relationship with the Jedi Padawan and is actually the Jedi Master who discovered her and brought her to the Jedi Temple. And Yoda, well, he's Yoda, so I'd like to think he didn't give in to the pressure and would have wanted to see a full investigation conducted before he was willing to ban Ahsoka from the Order. Dave Filoni has given his thoughts on this in the past, where he spoke about these three characters and their stances, but even he was not definitive about where exactly they stood. Plo Koon actually seems to be the one people are most sure about, with even Obi-Wan and Yoda having possibly taken the side of the rest of the Jedi Council, opting to trust the Force and the evidence surrounding the accusations rather than relying on their personal feelings and relationships with Ahsoka. So we don't know for sure. I prefer to believe that all three of these characters stood with Ahsoka, and there is some evidence to back that, but we really don't know. But regardless, Ahsoka is cast out. She is betrayed by the Jedi Council, and she is taken into custody and soon put on trial. Padme represents Ahsoka, while Tarkin prosecutes, seeking the death penalty. Meanwhile, Anakin heads back to the underworld in search of answers, and it's here that he uncovers the true culprit behind the attacks on the Jedi Temple and everything that took place from that point forward. Quickly, Anakin returns to the Jedi Temple, arresting the Jedi responsible and bringing her before the Senate just as Chancellor Palpatine is about to announce the verdict on Ahsoka's case. Barriss Offee, a fellow Jedi Padawan and a close friend of Ahsoka Tano, stands before the Senate and the Jedi Council and admits that she was the culprit behind the bombing as well as the framing of Ahsoka, insisting that the Jedi have lost their way, that she believes they are the ones responsible for this war, and that in attacking the Jedi Temple, she feels that she was taking a stand against the dark side because the Jedi are now as guilty as anyone for the evil that is spreading across the galaxy. So after the truth is uncovered, the Jedi Council of course asks Ahsoka back, apologizing for not believing in her, and even deeming these recent events to be Ahsoka's great trial, which meant that she would soon be promoted from Padawan to Jedi Knight. But Ahsoka refuses the offer. Even before these events took place, Ahsoka had been questioning the fundamental values and the actions of the Jedi Order, and after being expelled, she doesn't know who to trust. By no means do her feelings side with Barriss, who completely opposed the Jedi way at this point, more like Count Dooku or Dooku's former aspiring Sith apprentice Ventress, but Ahsoka does feel betrayed by the hypocrisy and the lack of faith shown to her by the Jedi Council. And while she does respect her masters and she is grateful for their offering and she does love her own master, she feels that she has to leave to sort things out on her own. She needs to find her place in the galaxy without the guidance or influence of Anakin or the Jedi Council. She doesn't close the door on returning one day down the road, but at that moment in time, she had to go her own way. As the Clone Wars draw to a close, Ahsoka returns to coordinate with Anakin and Obi-Wan once again, and she appears primed to return to the Order after the end of the Clone Wars, which was an event that was now rapidly approaching. But the execution of Order 66, the rise of Darth Sidious, and Anakin's fall to the dark side robbed her, as well as the rest of the Jedi Order, of that chance. Going forward, Ahsoka continues to wield her lightsabers and to trust the Force for guidance, but she does not consider herself a Jedi. Others like Yoda and Obi-Wan would likely consider her to be one, and even Darth Vader referred to her as a Jedi when they met each other down the road, before being corrected by Ahsoka, who reminded her former master that she was no Jedi. At the end of the day, I really do consider Ahsoka to be a Jedi because she still behaves like one in pretty much every way possible. It's who she is, and ultimately, I think it's who she wants to be. I just think that although Ahsoka is very independent and does her own thing, she's very much a by-the-books individual in the sense that she would never disrespect the Jedi Code by calling herself a Jedi until she was formally re-inducted into the Order. But with the day and age in which she lived after the Order's collapse, titles didn't really matter anymore. Ahsoka, in my eyes, is a character who sort of redefines what it means to be a Jedi in the time where the Jedi essentially don't exist. She's just her own character with her own agenda who follows her heart and is not restricted by anyone else's beliefs. But that is why Ahsoka chose to leave the Jedi Order, and also why we sometimes hear her deny that she is a Jedi during the Imperial reign. For anyone who was unfamiliar with these events and would like more details, I would definitely recommend that you head on over and watch those episodes of the Clone Wars where these events do play out. This particular arc spans over the course of about 4 episodes at the end of Season 5, so if you're interested in learning more about it, then that's where to look. But that is going to wrap things up for me, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to drop a like to support the channel, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and remember, the Force will be with you always.